The Indian Premier League is moving towards the playoff phase with the final scheduled on October 15th. All eyes are on the Indian players in the IPL who were picked for the T20 World Cup squad. While some of the players have had a disappointing start to the second leg of IPL, prominent names are pushing the selectors to make changes in the T20 World Cup squad. Remember, World Cup squads can be changed until October 10. I am Shubhayan Chakravarti. Hello and welcome to News 9. And joining me is Nikhil Narayan to discuss the performances of some of the Indian players in the IPL who are also in the T20 World Cup squad. Nikhil, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
The big discussion, players in focus. What do you think about Rahul Chahar? I mean, he has become the hot topic of the nation.
Rahul Chahar
Yeah.
had a great first leg
Mhm.
in India. But unfortunately, his form has gone down in UAE.
Yeah.
In India, he was MI's highest wicket taker
Mhm.
with 11 wickets in 7 matches.
Yeah.
But he has only taken 2 wickets, Shubhayan, in 4 matches in the UAE leg.
Mhm.
Also, his economy rate has risen from 7.2 to almost 8 runs per over in the UAE leg.
Yeah, just 2 wickets in 4 matches in UAE leg. That is a dismal performance.
It's a poor performance. Also, your economy rate in the middle overs is rising. You cannot control the opposition anymore. He went for above 11 runs per over versus KKR. So, it is a bit of concern.
And he was dropped from the match against Delhi Capitals, which was supposed to be a very crucial tie. Remember?
Absolutely. And imagine if you are being dropped from your franchise side, how can you play for India?
Absolutely, that remains a big concern. But Yuzvendra Chahal is also making a strong case after being dropped from the World Cup squad, right?
Yes, complete reversal of fortunes. So, Yuzvendra Chahal, for the first time in many years in the IPL, wasn't in good form in the India leg this
Yeah.
time. But he has completely changed his fortunes in the UAE leg.
Hmm.
He's picking up wickets. He's restricting the opposition in the middle overs, something he did phenomenally well for India between 217 and 219
Mhm.
till his numbers dipped.
Absolutely, and we will discuss a bit more on Rahul Chahar and Yuzvendra Chahal. But let us take a look at this video. Yuzvendra Chahal has regained his golden touch ever since the resumption of the Indian Premier League in the UAE. While Rahul Chahar has struggled to find his rhythm after an impressive display on the Indian wickets before the league was interrupted due to COVID-19, fortunes for the two leg spinners have swung in opposite directions thereafter. The Mumbai Indian spinner has been struggling to deliver in the UAE, which would also be hosting the upcoming World Cup. The comparison of two leg spinners may compel the senior national selection panel to take another look at the squad named for the T20 World Cup 2021. In the 4 IPL 2021 games played in the UAE so far, Chahar has gone wicketless against Chennai Super Kings and Kolkata Knight Riders. He only has a wicket each against his name from the matches against Royal Challengers Bangalore and Punjab Kings. Though he has been successful in containing runs, except for his most expensive spell of 34 runs in 3 overs against KKR. The 22-year-old leg spinner has faced a sharp dip in his form on the UAE pitches. His 11 wickets from 7 matches in the India leg came at an impressive 7.21 economy rate. In the UAE, he has accounted for 7.96 runs per over, taking a mere 2 wickets in 4 games. In the brief T20I career, Chahar though has been impressive. The Rajasthan and Mumbai Indians cricketer in 5 T20Is for India has bagged 7 wickets at an economy of 7.69 runs and a strike rate of 15.40, which may simply be termed impressive figures for any T20I bowler. Time is running out for Chahar. His loss can become a gain for seasoned campaigner Yuzvendra Chahal if the Chetan Sharma-led selection panel decides to implement changes in the T20 World Cup squad on or before the October 10 deadline. Chahal has been at his striking best on the UAE pitches, the mainstay in India's spin department for the white ball cricket until not very long. Chahal has bagged 10 wickets for Royal Challengers Bangalore in just 5 matches. His economy rate has been an extremely impressive 5.94 runs per over. Chahal is a fully transformed bowler from the one who could barely manage 4 in 7 matches when the IPL 2021 was played in India. In the first 5 RCB games in the UAE, Chahal has carved 10 in 5 matches. His economy rate has improved from 8.26 to 5.94 runs per over. The leg spinner has been a seasoned campaigner for India in white ball cricket. In 49 T20Is, Chahal has grabbed 63 wickets, giving away 8.32 runs per over and having a strike rate of 18.20. The spinner also enjoys support of captain Virat Kohli. However, what say Kohli can have in getting him back into the team remains questionable. The Indian selectors have until October 10 to make changes to the T20 World Cup squad. Whether Chahal replaces Chahar in the final squad remains to be seen. But the performances in the second leg of IPL 2021 have spiced up things for the next few days.
So Nikhil, can Yuzvendra Chahal make it to the squad? He is India's leading wicket taker in T20Is.
Of course he can. In fact, if you remember, Virat Kohli has been making a strong case for Yuzvendra Chahal.
Yeah.
In fact, reports suggested that he wanted Chahal in India's WT20 squad, but there was a stronger case made for Rahul Chahar by Rohit Sharma. So, there's a lot happening behind the, in the dressing room, behind the curtains also. But Chahal on current form, he's peaking at the right moment. He's again doing what he did for India between 17 and 19. Picking up lots of wickets, not giving any runs at all in the middle overs, bowling a little slowly, getting the conventional leg spin, getting the googly. So I think Chahal is in red hot form. And if RCB make it to the final or even go on to win and Chahal plays a role, you need to play him in the WT20 then.
Absolutely, and he has that experience factor in his favor as well. But we will discuss more on other players. The next player in our list is Ishan Kishan, another player who has lost his place in the Mumbai Indians playing 11 after showing an indifferent run of form.
Absolutely. It's shocking what's happened to Ishan Kishan. He scored above 500 runs for Mumbai Indians last year. 516 runs last year. Just look at his numbers, Shubhayan, this year. 107 runs, 8 matches, strike rate of barely 87. I mean, highest score of 28. He's just completely collapsed. He was dropped from Mumbai Indian squad. If you cannot play for your franchise, you cannot play for your country.
And that too in a World Cup, high pressure tournament like World Cup. So do you feel Ishan Kishan will ultimately miss out from that T20 World Cup bus?
I am 100% sure Ishan Kishan will completely miss out if the selection is only on performance.
And another player who has shown a poor run of form in this IPL is Surya Kumar Yadav. Remember, he was touted to be India's number 4 in the World Cup playing 11, but he has shown very, very poor run of form in this IPL.
Very surprising, because Surya Kumar Yadav doesn't only have the skill, he also has the temperament. At least he has shown that in the previous few years with Mumbai Indians. He's been scoring above 400, above 500 runs last few years. But look at his numbers this year. Just 222 runs, 12 matches, average of below 20, a middling strike rate. Failure rate is above 50%, which means he's failed in more matches than he's succeeded. He's got the starts also 30, 35, 40, but he's not getting those 60, 70, 80s, which he consistently got for Mumbai Indians in the last few years.
That is shambolic, pretty shambolic, and his injury record isn't that great as well. Plus, he's not bowling, Nikhil. So that factor, I think, will ultimately play a major role in the final squad.
Absolutely. Even if Surya Kumar Yadav goes, I think India will play Shreyas Iyer, who's already in the squad of 18.
In the standby list.
Yeah.
But Nikhil, moving to our next player is Hardik Pandya. He's one of India's biggest talismanic character in that T20I squad. But he's not bowling, his fitness is a concern, and also his batting form is poor.
Again, I don't know what is wrong with Hardik Pandya, but it seems everything is wrong with Hardik Pandya. He's not bowling, there are injury concerns. He's not connecting the ball like he did in 219 and 220 for Mumbai Indians. Look at his numbers this year. A strike rate of barely 115, 112 runs in 9 innings. A failure, he's failed in 8 of the 9 innings. He only succeeded in one match. That 40 not out he made when he took MI through. That too also was not a great knock. It was a patchy innings. Hardik Pandya at his best was the X factor for MI in 219 and 220. 220, his
Absolutely.
strike rate was 180.
Absolutely.
He was producing those cameos match after match. So Hardik Pandya is not the batsman the annihilator we knew in 219 and 220. That batsman has changed.
Absolutely, and plus when he's not bowling, it disrupts the entire balance of that Indian playing 11. So that the selectors have a big call to make in the future come the October 10th date. But next player in our list is Mohammad Shami. What a transformation this bowler is going through.
Shami has been a revelation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't expect him to bowl so well. What he's done well, he's been brilliant in the power play. His economy rate in the power play, if you see,
6.5.
is just 6.5 with the fielding restrictions on. 6.5 is phenomenally
It's
good.
terrific.
Absolutely. Also, he's taken 18 wickets. He's the highest wicket taker for Punjab Kings. Strike rate is only 16.2. So, a brilliant performance. What India should do, Shubhayan, is they should utilize him as much as possible in the power play because he bowls the good length, short of a good length. He's not a good death bowler.
Yeah.
He is gone when he's been given the death overs because he doesn't bowl the Yorkers like Bumrah. He goes for a few runs.
Yeah.
So Virat Kohli should utilize Shami as much as possible in the power play or in the middle overs.
Absolutely, and that express pace is going to come handy in the UAE pitches, which are pretty much sluggish in the IPL, right, Nikhil?
Exactly, yeah.
But let's move on to our next player. He is also one of the dark horses for that playing 11 spot, Akshar Patel. He is just a gem of a player, the all-rounder, the left hand, come with bowling, come with batting, he always delivers.
Akshar Patel has been the unsung hero for Delhi Capitals this season. Yeah. He comes in, no one notices him. He doesn't have a great presence. You know, he is
76 dot balls, Nikhil.
76 dot balls in just 9 matches, economy rate of 6. It's the second best middle overs economy rate after Sunil Narine. 5.76, not even a run a ball.
That's amazing.
So he's basically choking the opposition batsman between overs 7 and 15.
Yeah.
And in T20 cricket, Shubhayan, restricting opposition batsmen is as important, if not more important, than picking wickets. Akshar is doing it day in and day out, match after match for the Delhi Capitals. He has been their star this season.
Yeah.
You know, Shikhar Dhawan, Nokia, Rabada, Pant, they are always in the limelight. But Akshar Patel, you know, he is the unsung hero.
Absolutely. Let's move on to our next player. That is India's mystery gun, Varun Chakravarti. I mean, he's carrying that Kolkata Knight Riders bowling unit. He's coming into the power plays, bowling middle overs, in the middle overs, and even in the death. And he has been used perfectly by Eoin Morgan.
Yes, I mean, Varun Chakravarti has continued to impress. He was brilliant in the UAE last year.
Yeah.
He was the highest wicket taker for KKR last year. Again, 15 wickets, 13 matches, brilliant economy rate under 7. Again, doing a similar role to Akshar. He's controlling the middle overs. Also, he sometimes bowls in the power play, which is a great asset. Opposition batsmen can't read him off his hands.
Yeah.
So sometimes he's bowling the googly, sometimes the carom ball, sometimes he's going conventional off spin, leg spin. So one cannot ascribe a particular art to Varun Chakravarti, and therefore the mystery remains.
Absolutely.
I think Virat Kohli might play him, Akshar and Jadeja, all three in the 11.
That's a big call, but that means Hardik Pandya misses a place in the playing 11.
If I were Virat Kohli, I wouldn't pick Hardik Pandya in the 11.
Oh, that's a big call. That's a big call by Nikhil. But Nikhil, before we wrap up, we'll quickly sum up the performances by other players.
Yeah.
Let's start with the skipper himself, Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli hasn't been in top form across formats since 2019. So even in T20 cricket, he's got a couple of 50s for RCB in the UAE leg, but then he got 2 scores of 25. His strike rate is again, you know, quite average, 121 this season. When Virat Kohli bats well, like he did in 2016, if you remember, his strike rate is between 140 and 145. So Virat Kohli is again playing anchor and accumulator for RCB. The good thing is that they've made the playoffs without depending on other teams, and which does not happen with RCB often. And if Virat Kohli leads their team to the final and they go on to win, then we might see Virat Kohli, the batsman, back in form also. We just inspire him. And then when Virat Kohli, the batsman, comes in form, miraculous thing can happen for India.
Absolutely, and that also brings up the possibility of a double whammy before leaving the T20 captaincy.
Yeah.
But Nikhil, let's move to our next player in the list, KL Rahul. What do you think about him? Leading run scorer of Punjab Kings.
KL Rahul is a run machine. No batsman in the IPL has scored more runs since 2018 than KL Rahul. I think he's around 500 in 18, 528 runs
Yeah.
this season. I'm sure he'll end up close to 600. So from 218, every season he scored 600 plus or almost 600 runs. I mean, that is unbelievable. How many runs? It's another story that Punjab Kings still doesn't win and may not qualify this year. But KL Rahul, he just goes on scoring, which is great for India. I think he and Rohit Sharma will be a great, phenomenal opening pair.
Absolutely, Nikhil. Let's move to the bowling unit led by Jasprit Bumrah. What do you think about this Mumbai Indians pacer?
See, Jasprit Bumrah is a class bowler, one of the best international bowlers across formats. Again, he's doing it for Mumbai, although Mumbai Indians isn't exactly firing this time around, courtesy their poor batting. But Bumrah, again, 17 wickets, like he did in 20 and 19, picking up wickets. Actually, he picks up wickets at the death, and he's restrictive in the power play, which is interesting. He has a good, interesting combination.
Yeah.
But so Bumrah is doing what he does best, not giving runs, picking wickets, fantastic at the death, and it augurs well for India.
And a quick word on the spin duo of Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja.
See, I think Jadeja will be one of India's trump cards, especially if Hardik Pandya does not play in the 11. Because then Jadeja, in his new avatar for CSK, since the last couple of seasons, has become this, hitter. Harshal Patel, 5 sixes.
Yeah.
Again, in the UAE leg, he's been clobbering the ball. In fact, Jadeja's strike rate at the death since last 2 seasons is 210. So he's now become, as devastating a hitter as a Hardik or a Pollard. Just because his surname is Jadeja doesn't mean he can't hit the ball,
Yeah.
right? So Jadeja in his new avatar, plus with his slow left-arm orthodox bowling, conceding less than 7 runs per over, is a great mix. So Jadeja is India's trump card in that middle order, especially again given Hardik Pandya's poor form.
Absolutely, Nikhil. That I guess sums up this edition of the Players in Focus. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
It was great chat again. Some of the performances in the IPL have opened up the debate of whether there should be any changes to the Indian World Cup squad. Do let us know if you think the selectors should make changes to the final team. That's it for today's special on Players in Focus. For more news and updates, like, share and subscribe to News 9.